What's up, traders? Now, a few months ago, I got this question in my community. The trader asked if it was possible to create a fair value gap trading robot or a liquidity trading robot using FVG, which is the platform we create trading robots with. And the answer is yes, you can do this using FVG. So now in this video, I'll be showing us a step-by-step process on how I create a fair value gap trading robot using FVG without any coding experience. All right. And now you'll be getting these free trading robots in my community. I'll be dropping this free trading robot in my training community whereby you can download it for free. And don't forget to like and subscribe. If this is your first time coming to this channel, I teach traders how they can turn their strategies into a working robot without any coding experience. So kindly subscribe so that you can get to see more of these videos. All right. So without wasting much of our time, let's get straight into the video.
Alright guys, so let's begin. So the first thing we want to do is to let's describe what fair value gap is. Okay, here's what fair value gap means. Okay, here's what it means. So you can see these candle, this candle, these three candles. Okay, you can see that there's a distance between this candle and this candle, the low and the high, the low of this candle and the high of this candle. The gap between it is the fair value gap. So this point here will be our point of interest if we want to set a pending order. Okay, so this point here will be our point of interest. You can see that. All right, this is for a buying scenario. Now for a selling scenario, we would have something like this. Okay, you can see the distance between this candle, okay, the high of this candle and the low of this candle. Okay, so this point here will be our point of interest to sell from if we really want to sell from that zone. You can see the tapping. Okay, you can see the tapping and the market sold down a little bit. Okay, so let's turn this into a working robot. Okay, let's turn this into a working robot. So this is quite simple. All right, so let's go straight to our FS Dreamer. So the first thing we want to do is to create constants. Okay, let's create few constants. The first one is lot size. Okay, let's just say 0.01, and the second constant we'll be using is take profit. Okay, take profit percent. Okay, let's make use of 200 because we're going to be making use of percentage of a stop loss. Okay, the stop loss will be determined by the robot and not by us. Okay, so let's make use of our distance. Okay, because we're going to be calculating the distance between these candlesticks. Okay, we'll be calculating the distance in pips. Okay, and also let's make use of our minimum candle size. Okay, so for the distance, let's make use of 200 pips, and for the candle minimum size, let's make use of 200 pips also. All right, so let's begin. Now the first thing we want to bring out is our check pending order count. Okay, our check pending order count, we are going to edit the parameters and change this to lower than 2. Okay, we just want it to be that the pending order is lower than 2, and we are going to change it or filter it to buys. Okay, buys only. All right, so now the next thing we're going to do is to describe this candlestick. Okay, we're going to describe these candlesticks, and which is quite simple. Okay, so let's come down here to various signals. Okay, we bring out this bullish candle, we bring out another bullish candle. We'll be making use of 2 bullish candles. Let's edit the parameters. Okay, let's change this to 1 super bar. Okay, I'm going to be leaving this as candle ID 1. Let's change this to our constants, which is the candle size. Okay, and we update. Let's edit this also. I'm going to change this to 1 super bar also, and we're going to be changing this to 2, which is candle ID 2. Also, we're going to be making use of candle size minimum candle size here. Okay, we update. Now the next thing we want to do is to still describe how the candle looks like. Okay, you can see that this candle is an engulfing candle, is a bullish candle, so we want to describe that. Okay, so come here to conditions. Okay, we bring out this condition. We are going to say, we double click on it, we edit it, and we're going to change this to candles. We change this also to candle. Now what we're going to say is we're going to change this to 1, candle ID 1. What I'm trying to say is that candle ID 1 close, okay, is above the high of candle ID 2. Now let me explain. Now this is our scenario. Okay, this will be our bullish candle, which is the candle ID 1. Okay, let's assume that these other scenarios haven't played out. Okay, let's assume that this right hand side, this chart has not played out. So this candle here will be our candle ID 1, this candle here will be our candle ID 2, and this will be our candle ID 3. I've explained this in my course, so for those that have registered, they already understand what I'm trying to say. Alright, so now what I'm trying to say is the close of this candle ID 1, this is our candle ID 1, you can see the close of this candle is above the high of this candle ID 2. Okay, this is candle ID 2, this is the high of candle ID 2 here. Okay, and this is the close of candle ID 1. So we are saying that the close of candle ID 1 is above the close, it's above the high of candle ID 2. That is what we did here. Okay, candle close ID 1 is above candle high ID 2. Simple. Okay, we update. We're going to do the same thing for candle ID 2. We are going to say the close of candle ID 2 is above the high of candle ID 3. We are doing this we are specifying this just to ensure that it is not within a range. We are doing this just to specify that there should be a distance between this candlestick low and the high. That's the reason why we are specifying this. Okay, so let's bring out another condition. Double click on it. I'm going to change this to candle. I'm going to change this to candle ID 2. Okay, the close is above candle ID 3. It's above the high. Okay, so it's what we did here. It's the same thing we did here. Okay, so we update and then we link them together. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is to bring out our pending order block. Okay, pending order block, bring it out and we link. So now let's edit the parameters. Okay, we're going to change this to custom price. This is where the pending order will be placed. So we want the pending order to be placed on the candle. Okay, we want the pending order to be placed on the high of this candle here. This is candle ID 3. We want the pending order to be placed on this candle. So let's do that. So I'm going to change this value to candle. Okay, I'm going to change this to candle high. Then we change this to candle ID 3. Okay, so this is just to show you how it is being done. Okay, so you shouldn't expect anything sophisticated from this. It's just a sample. Okay, so if we want this to be more profitable, we are going to be adding some features like trade management and the likes. Okay, and some filters. But then this is just to show you that it is possible for you to create a fair value gap trading robot using this platform. Okay, so don't expect anything too much. Okay, so I'm going to change this to 0. Okay, we change this to 0. So now we've changed this to custom price, candle high, candle ID 3, which means the pending order will be placed on this candle. Okay, so then what do we do? Come here to lot size, we change this to lot size 0.01. The stop loss, where do we want the stop loss to be placed? We are coming here to custom price level. We are going to change this to candle. Now we want the stop loss to be placed below this candle, okay, which is this point here. We want the stop loss to be placed there to now be the low of candle ID 3. All of these things I'm talking about has been explained in my course. Okay, So this shouldn't be new to you if you are watching this and you've registered on my channel. Okay, so you're coming here, you're going to change this to candle low. Okay, I'm going to change this to 3, candle ID 3. So it's going to be placed below this candle here. All right, so our take profits will now be percentage from stop loss. So let's change this to 200. So it means, let's change this to the constants we use. So it means if the stop loss is 100 pips, our take profit will be 200 pips. If the stop loss is 200 pips, our take profit will be 400 pips. It's more like a 1:2 risk to reward ratio. Then we come here to expiration time. Let's set the expiration time to custom. Let's set it to specific time, and let's change it to 7 days. So after 7 days, and depending on that doesn't get triggered, it will be deleted. Let's update. Okay. All right, lest I forget, yeah, I'm supposed to add a block between this part here before bringing out this another block. I'm supposed to bring out a block which is a distance, yes, which was this. I forgot. Pardon me. So let's edit this check distance. Let's edit this. So what we want to do here is we want to check the distance. We want to ensure that there's a distance between these candlesticks. We want to ensure that there's a distance between this candle and this candle. We want to ensure that the distance is high. Okay, you want to ensure that the distance between this candle here and this candle here, the distance is high. So that's the reason why we brought out this check distance. So let's do that quickly. We change this to candle. Come here also, we change it to candle. So we're going to say the distance between the low of candle ID 1, okay, which is the low of this candle. This is the low. And then the distance between the high of candle ID 3. This is the high. Okay, we change it to high. You can see that, which is the high of this candle. Yes. We want to ensure that the distance is greater than, let's change this absolute distance to yes. I want to ensure that it is greater than, okay, let's change this to pips, greater than 200 pips. Okay, let's use this distance, 200 pips. Okay, then we update. That's it. Let's disconnect this, add this in the middle and connect. Yes, we are done with the buying scenario. So let's move to the selling scenario. Okay, this is the selling scenario. Okay, we will also check the distance between this candle high and this candle low. Okay, so let's come here and bring out our check position counts, check penny order counts. Okay, double click on it, we change it to lower than 2. Okay, you can rewatch this video for you to understand better. We're going to change this to sell. Okay, we update. Then we are coming down to various signals and we bring out bear candle and another bear candle. Okay, we double click on this, we change this to once per bar, we change this to candle size, we leave this as candle ID 1, and then we update. Come here also, we change this to once per bar, we change this to candle ID 2, we change this minimum body size to candle size, and then we update. So the next thing we want to do is to also do the same thing here. All right, so let's copy these blocks, let's copy them and edit them. Okay, it's advisable you watch this video again in case if you don't understand. So let's double click on this. So what we want to do here is to say at this point here, we're going to say the low of candle ID 1, okay, the close of candle ID 1 is below, the close of this candle ID 1 is below the low of candle ID 2. So this will be our candle ID 1, and this will be our candle ID 2, and this will be our candle ID 3, okay. So we're going to say the low or the close of candle ID 1 is below the low of candle ID 2. This is simple, okay. So we're going to change this to low, change this to below. I'm going to change this to low. We're going to change this to low. Sorry, we're going to change this to close. So this will remain as close. Yeah, close. and then low. Then we update. Come here also, we do the same thing. We're going to change this to we're going to leave this as 2. I'm going to change this to low, to below. I'm going to change this to low. Okay, so what we did right here, we say the close of candle ID 2 is below the low of candle ID 3. So it's quite simple. Okay, so now let's update. So now let's edit this check distance. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is the distance between the high of candle ID 1 and the low of candle ID 3. Okay, distance between the high of candle ID 1 and the low of candle ID 3. That's it, simple. We update. The next thing is we link them together, and then we bring out our sell penny order block. You can see that this is simple as ABC. It's not something difficult. I've done this now without writing any code. So we're going to change this to custom price. Okay, changing this to candle, and then so our pending order will be placed at this candle low, which is the candle ID 3. Okay, and the stop loss will be placed above it. All right, so let's change this to candle ID 3. Candle ID 3 low. All right, let's leave this as 0. Okay, lot size. Now our stop loss, we change this to custom price level. We come here, we change this to candle. We're going to change this to candle ID 3, and we change this to candle high. Okay, which means it's going to be at the high of this candle. Alright, so our take profit will now be percentage from stop loss, which is times 2 of our stop loss. And let's change this expiration to specific time. Let's change this to 7 days. Okay, then we update. Now we are done. We've successfully created our fair value gap trading robot. So let's download it and see if the robot is going to do exactly what we've programmed it to do. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this is it. Let's right click and click on test. So we're going to be testing this on 1 hour time frame. I'm going to be testing this on 1 hour time frame. So yeah, let's proceed. Okay guys, so let's begin. All right, so let me reduce the speed a little bit so that you can catch the action. All right, okay, now you can see we've gotten the penny order. So let's zoom in to see. Now you can see that the stop loss was below this candle, and the penny order was set at the high of this candle. You can see the distance. You can see that this is a beautiful setup, a fair value gap. Okay, and now you can see that the stop loss is 234 pips, and the take profit is 469 pips, which is times 2 of the stop loss. So let's see if it's going to come back to trigger the pending order. Let me fast forward it a little bit. Okay, still waiting. Okay, we have another pending order at this point here. You can see that where the stop loss is and where the pending order is set. You can see the distance. This shows that it is doing exactly what we want it to do. Okay. So if you are new to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on post notification. Now you can see the entry. You can see that this is a sniper entry. You can see that. You can see the zero drawdown entry. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. So that's it. Take profit. All right. So I'll be sending this trading robot to my Telegram group, whereby you can download it for free. I have a Telegram group where I teach traders how to turn their strategies into working robot for free. I hold free online training in the group. So I'll be sending this in the group and you can get it for free. All you need to do is to search for Learn with SOS. Learn with SOS without coding on Telegram. You can join the group and also download the trading robot for free. Okay. All right. So still testing. Let's wait for one more trade. Okay. Let me fast forward this a little bit. So this is it, guys. I believe you've learned something. Okay, you can see this was activated. Okay, let's see if this ends up in take profit or in stop loss. Okay, nice one. That ended up in take profit. Now you can see that it is easy for you to do this by yourself. It is not difficult. Okay, all you need is this platform and you are good to go. So if you want to learn how you can do this by yourself without any coding experience, all you need to do is to send me a DM on WhatsApp or on Telegram, and I'll put you through on how you can turn any kind of trading strategies into a working robot. All right, guys. So until I see you next time, stay safe and have a lovely day.